Hey guys, here. So we got patch coming tomorrow. I want to go through what they're going to change. I want to go through my opinion. Like, I wrote up a bunch of things in the last week, and I'm like, oh, here's the problem with gameplay right now. But I'm like, you know what? A patch is probably coming soon. And guess what? It's coming Wednesday. I also got Fox up in the corner for all the people that need something else going on the screen besides just me talking. That was my last game. So gameplay from yesterday. So with the most feared theme team and Raiders theme team. Kind of a lot, right? Now that Gut Fox 2 is dead, you need more Fox gameplay on the tubes. So let's just get it right off the bat. I'm going to go point by point, and then at the end, I'll talk about the things that I think still need to be happening. Obviously, we'll see after the patch how good it is, because if you guys recall last patch, we all agreed that it was pretty well done, the things that we cared about, the things they addressed. But then behind the scenes, they also nerfed some stuff, specifically pass rush, which they fixed here. We'll talk about that. So even though it looks good, it might in implement play terrible, and there's still some things, don't get it twisted, that need to get updated. Okay, let's not twist it, let's bob it. So catching, increased catch knockout chance for more realistic KO outcomes on competitive game style. Okay, so this is KOs are a weird thing, because possession catch KOs where you're tapped in the back, those get knocked out at way too high of a rate. I lost the game yesterday that Randy Moss got tapped in the back twice to drop a pass on fourth down and then the 2-point conversion to win the game. He was wide open by 3 steps. A guy came and a guy that's actually slower than him tapped him on the back and he dropped the ball in the end zone to lose me the game. So the thing that the problem with the game though is when a guy catches the ball, okay, and then you blast them, right? You absolutely go into them and they hang on to you. What? What's the point? I mean, you can't even hit people in real life anymore because it was so effective back in the day. They nerfed the ability to blast people. Now we have hit sticks here that we can still do it, but then it doesn't work, right? That's people used to not be able to throw in the middle of the field because Ray Lewis would take their head off, Jack Tatum, etc. So we can still take heads off in this game, but it doesn't really serve any purpose because, there's no helmets popping off in the field giving us that feedback. There's no balls going on the ground either. There's no ambulances driving onto the field here. So, we hit them with, on a hospital pass, and guess what? It's as good as a first down with no problem to it. So, with all that said, I guess we'll see it when we play it, right? Because a lot of the problems of the game, not only knockouts sometimes don't trigger, but also defensive AI is just so bad at times, right? The fact that people can run corner routes directly at your outside third or quarter, and they just keep backpedaling, turn the wrong way. They're going to talk about zone coverage in a little bit with locomotion, but there's still some coverage issues that are not just knockout related. Although if the ball's thrown, Madden is such an offensive game. If you're throwing the ball near zones, that's a problem, right? That's a you issue. It's so easy to find open guys in this product that they should be incomplete. They should be intercepted if the offense is making a mistake and have to throw it in coverage. They'll fix this catching issue, rare issues with wide receivers warped to 23 miles per hour during stand. This happened to me, man. A guy was on the left side of my DB. The ball was thrown. He got a possession catch. He warped to the other side of the DB, and I'm like, why doesn't my DB breaking the ball? It literally at his face, but my guy hit a night crawler on the opponent team. So I guess they got rid of that, and hopefully, I just want DBs to play their responsibilities and play realistically more often, because frequently they don't. They don't break on the ball. DBs get the worst animations possible. Why they give the offensive guys good animations, the defensive guys bad animations, and on top of that, not only defensive guys get fadeaway animations while guys on offense attack the ball. Also, offensive guys can dive for the ball in order to get that on defense. You have to pay 2 AP. It's ridiculous, the imbalance there. Why can't defenders dive horizontally, but offensive players can? So it's a very favored offensive product, and it's frustrating for that. Locomotion. Tuning to improve scramble throw animations by elite scrambles. Okay, all right. What? Scramble throw animations. I don't know what that means. I think it means more accurate on scrambles. More effective, because outside the pocket, these quarterbacks were already god tier. It was insane the crossbody 45-yard laser beams that they were throwing previous to the patch. So to make that better is weird. Addressing an issue with wide receivers jogging after teammate catches a pass. I don't know, man. I've seen A.J. Brown on the field. He's jogging a lot. Patrick Queen, same way. I've seen a lot of jogging out there by some realistic players. They should have. Remember when he had traits? Remember when players used to have that? And so people that jogged and went half hustle, there was an actual trait for that. kind of wish we didn't really get rid of those traits. Those were kind of cool and made players more individual. I want you to go more into the individualisticness of this product. Address an issue with no cut move playing on slants. Yeah. Tuning to reduce the effectiveness of the spin move for tall barricade. Like, I don't know. I kind of want everything buffed. Like, it's unfortunate that EA has made their game all about nerf. Like, I kind of want, obviously the defensive players getting sucked into animation sucks. I want defenders to be more powerful. I want skill moves to be more powerful. Now, it's easy to say that in concept, but what does that in reality look like? That's for anybody to know. But, like, the fact that the spin move for the tall ball carriers was so good that we all went and got tall ball carriers for this spin move. And now it's going to be bad. And it's like, okay, I want ability moves to be balanced and good, but I want defenders that properly play the tackle to be balanced and good too. It's harder. Like, I want me as a defender, like, to strafe and wrap up and tackle to be able to beat guys. But if guys just let their CPU play it, I want to be able to easily get past the CPU. If that makes any sense whatsoever, by utilizing these skill moves, by moving on the field, not necessarily triggering animations. It's a hard thing to do, but that's what they paid the money for. Fixed an issue causing a safety and coverage to sometimes use an incorrect drastic turn, taking him out of position to cover a corner route. See, we talked about this earlier, and they completely nailed it. I really hope that fixed that corner route problem. We'll see, of course. But, like, I think what's kind of cool, I will say this, go back to the tall ball carrier thing. I think it's neat that you got a certain player type to do a move. Now, I wish they did, like, okay, so, like, this body type, this runner has a specific really good juke. So you can kind of, like, juke across the field with this guy. Or if you hit the R2 spin with medium-sized ball carrier, it's really good. But, like, the no R2 spin is really good with the tall ball carrier. You know how we could go deep into this kind of stuff to make, like, you want to pick up the Derrick Henry because the trucking is actually really good on him. This is what abilities are supposed to be, but I don't think that's really fun. They should just be, like, specific characters, specific players themselves, so that way not everybody can get the exact best animation for the whatever overpowered things happening this year. And so that's why I kind of want, like I said, everything to be overpowered, but only to a certain range, like for each individual person. Because the game is really bad. If you guys recall playing MUT at the end of any year ever, the game is really bad when everybody has every ability, every X factor. But when it's limited to, like, a few number and then they're countered, that's when it's best, okay? Fix the post play. I don't really care about that. We got the gritty in the game. Nothing else matters. Defense. Fix an issue fix an issue causing AI control defense to turn line and goal line incorrectly. Fix an issue with zone coverage defenders flipping coverage assignment to the opposite side of the field and nickel through the single mug. Bro, like, I have, like, any nickel, and if they go, like, gun bunch X nasty, the nickel just randomly goes on the wrong side of the field. I'm like, against the most meta formation in the game, you got misalignments, and you're only fixing it in nickel 3-3 single mug. The meta on defense, it's a problem all over the place. Weird. Fixed an issue with defenders with equal or lower pass rush ratings were unable to trigger a super win. Now all defenders have a fair chance to break through based on situational factors and ratings. Okay, for people that don't know, there are wins and then there are super wins. Wins are things that happen so you win the pass rush after, like, a couple seconds. Whatever EA decides the timer is. Generally, it's been like 2.5 seconds in years past. That's when you win. The pocket collapse mechanic after, like, 4 seconds when, like, everybody starts winning. But super wins are, I'm putting the O-lineman on his butt. And you're going to tell me that lower overall linemen will be able to, like, plow over the best of all time? Right? Like, Penei Sewell will get put on his back by, I don't know, who's a mid-level defensive lineman. I don't want to upset him, but me. Dude, you're saying I could potentially go out there with lower pass rush ratings and I could put Penei Sewell on his back at a decent clip depending on game situation? Come on. Like, for a super win. Like, I'm not talking about, like, normal win. Normal wins, okay. I think lower rated guys should be able to normally win. But that, like, literally, like, it's like putting the guy in the most embarrassing moment of his life, having that happen to him. Now, I have seen some pretty bad defenders get some pretty good wins against real life players, but Oh, I don't know. I don't know about this. Like, I saw Trent Williams lose to DeMarvin Leal, like, on a super win. So, okay. It's somewhat realistic, but I'm not sure I really enjoy that. Because, like, on a four-man rush, one of those four guys is probably super winning. So, it's basically essentially having, like, an A-gap blitz coming through every time. But again, it depends on the rate. It depends on the rate and at which type they go through. So, we'll see that after the patch, see what actually happens. It'll take us a while to know. But pass rush is about to get better. Contains... got different animations for against the run or play actions. No longer play the surf animation in those scenarios. I don't know what a surf animation is. I wish they could like play it out right here on the screen. Right below my super cool TikTok generation other thing going on the screen at once. Fix the delay and contain defenders disengage when the QB drops excessively deep in the pocket. Yes. Though here's the problem. Here's the problem with my game. The pocket. Defensive ends just in a normal rush, they don't actually play the pocket. The same problem happens in the run, dude. Defenders do not play the shoulders of offensive linemen. All defensive linemen are taught you play one half of a man. In this game, they go up like every time. Now, once in a while, the O-lineman wins and it's head up and the O-lineman gets, I get it, I understand that. But like every time it feels like the only way to win is that super win, like bowling them over, then like, or triggering a move. But like they don't actually like properly play technique against the run specifically in gaps. So like if the pocket formed correctly, guys actually rush the edge of the shoulder of the D lineman, then like the quarterback drops excessively deep problem wouldn't be as big of a deal. But now you're saying we got to call, okay, contain defenders to have any counter to quarterback going excessively deep in the pocket. I don't know about that. I wish it was just normal pass rush and not just contain defenders. But maybe we'll see. Reduce the frequency of bull rush moves being triggered. Is that why El Toro was so good? Pass rushers will now use a more balanced variety of moves based on their archetype and ratings. That'd be kind of neat if we could set this in like coaching adjustments or like some that has some sort of feedback to our D linemen to only use specific moves against specific guards and stuff. Like a film session. Oh, this guy was really bad against the swim move. Make sure and try and swim 33% of the time, or hit a spin if they ever overset on the tackle. That kind of stuff would be kind of neat to set. So that way, like, you know, if I know a quarterback is continually going outside and running outside, I can tell my guy, because how often do you see a D lineman spinning back inside? I could tell him, hey, don't do that. Go only for the outside rush moves. If they want to step up and go up, okay, that's one thing. But don't let them get outside the pocket because we're rushing outside the tackles. Increase QB fumble chance versus user hit stick and competitive game style for gameplay balanced. Thank you. Look at how stupid Clint is. Clint is like, we're going to balance it so quarterbacks don't fumble like that. I'm like, are you kidding me? Everybody knew that was a bad idea except for Clint. Or maybe it was Clint's boss and he was just calling color for him. But like, what a dumb thing to say, right? Because here's the thing. People are like, oh, quarterbacks don't fumble that much in real life. Actually, quarterbacks fumble a lot. Secondly, the quarterbacks in real life know to slide. The idiots I play online are running Lamar Jackson at 250-pound linebackers, taking the biggest hit sticks known to man that would send him to like an infirmary like in Germany. That's the only place they have the technology to fix the body. It's crazy the amount of hits they've been taking and not putting the ball on the ground because like we can't get injuries in competitive game style mode. The downside of running your quarterback into these linebackers in real life is that they're sitting out. They're done. And so you need to punish that in some way that's realistic. And that realistic way is fumbles. Turn the ball over. Make them slide. Okay? So thank you for fixing a problem that you created. Like, just conceptually, how dumb was it to have this in the first place? After we told you for years, the fumble chance for quarterbacks is fine. Resolved an issue where ball carrier coach adjustment was impacting user players, resulting in user control ball carriers, sometimes having a 0% fumble chance. They talk about this here in a second here. Greatly improved the visual clarity when player on the field triggers an ability. Address an issue with the mini games. Don't care. Fix an issue with offensive PI when running gun bunch strong nasty. Double pass. Good. I'm glad it had offensive play penalties. Double pass. Jeez. You know, they talk about this. I think they talk about it more. You have to hold R1 as a user, the CPU versus the user. Oh, we should move ahead in our game to get to the gameplay. Well, that's me labbing a little bit. All right, back to gameplay. What else? CPUs don't roll out of pocket too much. Superstar Showdown. If people play that? Special teams. Max distant field goal kickers get 70 yards. Man, I don't know. How reliable is that, though? Like, 99 kick power's got to be rare, obviously. Maybe like Audrey Little. But then how easy it is to hit a 70-yarder. Because that's crazy. You don't even got to get to the 50-yard line. They're going for authenticity. Is a lower trajectory kick easier to block? Is that the trade-off? Because it should be easier to block. Should be much like the timing window should be much wider for a lower trajectory kick. Address several block kick exploits. Those were kind of funny, but also very, very annoying. Fix an issue where kick returns you had trouble fielding the ball and shorty kicks the numbers. Good. Get rid of the scum kicking. Good. I don't know why scum kicking is like in real life to get that same scum kick. They have to like wobble the ball, right? They knuckleball it. So the game should have natural variance. Is it hard to vary a ball in the air off a foot? I don't know. It definitely should be some sort of like RNG machine for when you kick it like that. If you're kicking it low and short. Playbooks. Okay, I'm not going to go through all the playbook stuff. Don't really care that much. Some neat stuff added. Dime load weak. Coverage shell's been added. New formation, 3-5 penny 3 high. Kind of neat. I mean, the thing is like most of the metas in Madden history have been like people crowding near the line of scrimmage. That's why like double A gap and like dime single mug, 2-3 single mug, I can see being more meta. Unless 3-5 penny high has some crazy good blitz out of it, which it's going to kind of hard to find it now with the blocking adjustments in the game, which I think are awesome. I like the blocking adjustments. I know some comp guys were talking about like the chipping from the tight ends are kind of weird because you can't control it. And I said, oh yeah, maybe we should have a toggle on and off for the tight end chip. But yeah, I like it. There's definitely some good stuff. I like that we have weapons to deal with every blitz now. I know it makes the game more offensive. And I think I'm okay with that. I really do. Because like EA has never given us the ability for our offensive linemen to learn if they send the same blitz over and over and you don't have like the Konami code at the time of blocking adjustments or like you're not Googling it mid-play to learn how to block it because like you just like, hope someone put a YouTube video out on the certain blitz. Like I like that we have these like ability to slide, ability to ID, the ability to ignore cannot be understated for how good EA did adding that to the game this year. So with all that said, I can agree on the chipping point to a certain extent. I think it should be in the game as an ability for the offense to do, but it shouldn't be like randomly triggered because it also can throw off the offense at time too. So give us the ability to like add the chip or take it away as an offense. I'm fine with that being good in offense. Like defense just needs to get like they just need to go back to the more arcadey movement of years past. Keep adding. Did you see how everybody loved Madden 26 over 25 with the guys that can move faster? Keep going. People hate college football this year because they made it slower and more like Madden. Dude, it's crazy. Everybody like, oh, I love the gameplay of college football 25. And what did EA hear? Oh, let's slow it down. What? When everybody also told you we hate 25 Madden because it's so slow. We love 26 because it got faster. What are they hearing? Where's their feedback coming from? Who's telling you to like make the game slow and boring? Sim people? Please. Sim people only care about the stats at the end of the year. Just make the super sim realistic, and that's what they care about the most, right? Don't make like quarterbacks always check the ball down. Don't make like the ridiculousness, but like who doesn't want a fast game? Who doesn't like that, dude? I don't know. Anyways, Blitz Loop 3, there are people out there. There's always an exception to every rule. Blitz Loop 3 nickel. So they're adding new plays to nickel double mug. This is the problem with having comp dudes on your team, man. Oh, no. Did they just make the most meta formation even better? I cannot wait for Play Creator, dude. I cannot wait. Why can't I move a player on defense and they just stay there? Why do they always go back? Get rid of that. Why does that lock? Right? If I want my linebacker 5 steps over to the right or up or down and I move it with a left joystick, why you messing with that, dude? It also allowed me to cross man. Why? Like, dude, start unnerfing defense. Look back at Madden's past and all the things you've had to nerf in defense over the years, right? The cross man from 17. Unnerf it. Allow you to cross man now. Okay? The dragging and moving defenders. Unnerf it. Like, we got D-line stunts. That's something you unnerfed. That's something you nerfed like 13 years ago, and now it's back. So start rolling back the things you had to do when defense was overpowered. Bring back those weapons that previous Maddens had, please. That would be insanely generational, Patch. Playbook updates. Please don't just like go around nerfing offense. Just give us tools. Give us tools. Playbook updates, presentation. Man, I was going to talk a lot of other things in this video. We'll do a whole nother video on Mutt stuff after this. Busy video day with no stream today. Presentation. Dude, halftime show. X. Give me back to the action. Don't care. QB would appear on the sideline. Never noticed it. Don't care. I don't know. It's just not. It's not made for me, and that's not a problem. I'm glad that people really care about that stuff because everybody's got their own things, man. All right, it's like life, Jan. Just live and let live. Franchise. CPU automatically promotes the team's existing offense defense coordinator user leaves the league, preventing a new user from completing a game till the league advances. I heard that one. Super Bowl logo refreshed was last year's. Coach abilities were displayed locked. Multiple stability issues enhance overall game performance. Superstar mode. I don't play it. I don't know a single person that does. I cannot wait till they actually make a good mode. I've literally given feedback for years on how you make an actual good mode, and they're like, I don't know. They just don't want to hear it. They don't care, I guess. Ultimate Team, they fixed some bugs. Good. I'm glad to hear some bugs got fixed. Hopefully that solves a lot of lockout issues that guys are having with like sets and stuff. Lineup and team management. Cool. Store sets and pack helper. I think you should get rid of the promote the starter just overall. The pack helper should only show what it costs on the store and if you can list it. I just think promote the store, like, is that used a lot? Maybe when somebody first gets the game, but like for most people, a majority, like 95% of the time, I just want to see it on the block and I can list it up. Right? Don't get rid of this promote the starter BS. Thumbnails, quick selling a card. Okay. Challenges, events, and head-to-head. By the way, where Ultimate Team, add my formation subs, please. Allow me to actually set up my defense how I want outside of the game, so I don't have to do it at the first. I had to pause as the defense every single game. All right, fix some errors, UI overlaps, rejoining squads, lobbies, UI visual presentation got changed too. Cool. Nothing really like game changing. Stability issues. We'll see if this fixes servers. I don't know why most feared messed up servers so bad. UI. Art. Neglected to include 8 mascots. Shoes. Don't care. Okay, so that's the patch. The patch looks fine. I think the biggest thing will be like knockouts in coverage, pass rush. The thing about knockouts in coverage, one last thing, is like, I don't know. What's the point of the abilities, man? You nerfed them so hard. I don't know. Anyways, that's a whole other video for me to go through. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully I tickled your TikTok brain up above and your id down here.